Good morning, dear students. I'm Dr. Hemant Kumar, your faculty for the course Entrepreneurship and Innovation. I'm also your program director of Al Tariqa Management Studies at Swiss Business School. Well, before I start teaching the course, let me tell you that there are 8 chapters in the course. And before I start teaching the topics, first of all, let me tell you the assignment for the course, which is always the cause of concern for most of the students. Dear students, this is the only course in the program where there is a group project. The assignment is done in a group of 4 where students are required to submit a business plan, and also they do need to make presentation of their business plan. Individual students would be getting 3 minutes. So in total, the group gets 12 minutes for the presentation. As I guess you are aware of, in exceptional circumstances, when a student is making presentation individually, then he gets 12 minutes to present his business plan. 60 points is for the business plan, and as I guess, 40 points or 40% of the marks are allocated to the presentation. In your presentation skills are tested. You will be getting the presentation rubric where how you will be marked for 40 points. Actually, 10 points you get how you are prepared for the presentation, your appearance, your PowerPoint. Next 10 points you get how organized you are. The presenter, if he has the clear introduction, content, and conclusion. Next 10 points you get for your demonstrated ability of an understanding of the material you're presenting. And finally, the 10 points you get for demonstrated time management skills by delivering a clear and concise presentation in 3 minutes or less. So you get 40 points for your presentation of the business plan and 60 points for the business plan. You will be getting the PowerPoint presentation. You will be getting the textbook for the course, probably more than 8 topics you will be getting. But at this point of time, if I tell you that if you want, go through the PowerPoint presentation only if at all required, but I would not recommend going through the textbook of the material. Preferably, I would recommend that you must go through a website called www.bplans.com. So www.bplans.com. This website has got over 300 business plans, and one of the business plan you have to submit on your idea of business. Dear students, in last 27 years in UAE and over 3 years in Bombay University, so close to 3 decades of my teaching, business and management and finance and strategy, I have taught this course several times, and whenever I have asked the question that how many of you have thought of doing your own business in class, I always have had 60 to 90% of the student saying in affirmation. So over 60 to 90% of the students, they have thought of doing their own business. Dear students, your program is MBA, Master of Business Administration. So, this is the course where you learn over 12 functional areas of business by doing several courses in business like marketing, finance, accounting, operations, strategy, human resource management, so on and so forth. When you have done and developed the skills and expertise, I guess that goes wasted if you have not thought of starting the business at least once in your lifetime. Let's take the opportunity to understand and explore the opportunity of starting and doing your own business. Well, ATMS, as a matter of fact, would be helping you if your group or you individually come to us with your business idea, with your business plan, and we would be willing to invest in your business. So, as you know, in Harvard Business School, when this course is taught at MBA level, the students they get an opportunity to make presentation of their business plan. The university invites various private equity firms, various private investors to come and attend the presentation of the student. And if they are interested, probably they could make an offer in making investment in their businesses. So here, let me tell you that ATMS is willing to invest up to 400,000 dirhams, probably 25% of the business stake we will be having in case if you're seriously interested in doing the business. At the same time, for last 15 years, we have had a prize of 2,000 dirhams for the best business plan made and presented by the students group. Well, just to summarize again, name of your course is Entrepreneurship and Innovation. The assignment is twofold: 60 point for making a business plan. We will be sending you approximately 15 business plan. Actually, it has been taken from www.bplans.com, which should be your criteria for studying this course. I will be strongly recommending that before you start working on your business plan, you should have gone through at least 5 to 10 business plan, and I would consider that relevant study of the course has been done by you. Well, as I guess I told you that 40% is for the presentation. Students have been doing it in a group of 4, but if at all in special circumstances like the current crisis which the world is going through, you will be doing this individual presentation and you have to complete your presentation in 12 minutes. Thank you. Let me just start with the first topic of your course. Well, the first chapter of your module is the driving force behind small business. Remember, friends, that entrepreneurs launch 3.5 to 4.5 million businesses a year in US. Survey of college senior suggests that 49% of the male students and 31% of the female students said that they were interested in pursuing entrepreneurship after their graduation. If you ask me to define what is an entrepreneur, then basic business definition is a person who creates a new business in the face of risk and uncertainty for the purpose of achieving profit and growth by identifying opportunities and assembling the necessary resources to capitalize on those opportunities. If you ask me what is a business, then basic definition is that business is an economic activity which is done with an intention of making a profit. Uh, Business will have an element of risk. So always remember that risk is part of business, and the risk is of losing your entire investment. But you should be taking necessary precaution and at the same time putting your scarce resources to optimal utilization. If I ask you what benefit you would be having if you are starting your small business, you will get an opportunity to gain control of your own destiny. You will be able to make difference. You will be able to reach your full potential. You will reap unlimited profits. You will be able to contribute to society, and you will be recognized for your effort. And finally, normally people do what they enjoy. Whether you take the example of Bill Gates, whether you take the example of various successful business entrepreneurs who have made history, they have enjoyed what they have been doing. If you ask me that what are the drawbacks of having or starting your own business, various limitations you may have, there is no certainty of income unless and until your business gets established. As I already said, you will always be running the risk of losing your entire invested capital. There is no 9 to 5 job. There is long hours, and you will be definitely working very, very hard as compared to your current employment. You will be having lower quality of life until the business gets established. Needless to mention, you will be having high level of stress. You will have to take complete responsibility of all the successes you will be getting and definitely all the failures. You will be getting a lot of discouragement from your friends, relatives, etc. But the successful businessman would always be coming ahead of all these limitations and drawbacks, and who is determined to set his own business and master his own destiny. As far as small businesses are concerned, remember that I would be taking most of the example for America. As you know, your program is US accredited. Small businesses produce 51% of the nation's GDP, that is gross domestic product. It accounts for 47% of the business sales. It creates 4 times more innovation per R&D dollar, that is research and development dollar, spent than medium-sized firms, and 24 times as many as large firms. Well, in Australia, there was a study, and they found that 9 out of 10 businesses fail within 3 to 5 years of its inception. Remember, in America, 24% of the new businesses fail after 2 years, 51% fail within 4 years, and 60% fail within 6 years of their operation. Well, friends, everything would have risk, including starting a new business venture. So let us talk about 9 deadly mistakes the entrepreneurs commit when they start their business. Number one, they have incompetent management. So remember, you will be needing people to discharge various responsibilities of the business. Try to get the best people on board, get the right people for the right job. A competent management will ensure success of business. Secondly, lack of experience is another reason for business failure and a deadly mistake. So if you are trying to do something, try to acquire as much experience as you can before you initiate that business. Thirdly, undercapitalization. Most of the businesses suffer limitation of capital because mostly the entrepreneurs, because of their inexperience, at times incompetence, they are unable to project the capital needs and they will not be planning for sufficient capital, sufficient cash, liquid for doing their business. And undercapitalization becomes at times a deadly mistake. Next is poor cash management. As you know, cash is king. Cash is the backbone of the business. At times, business is profitable, but business is unable to manage its cash, and because of that, even a profitable business goes out of business. And finally, lack of strategic management. The very next topic we are going to discuss is on business strategy, right? So we will be discussing more about the strategic aspect of the business. But this has been considered that one of the serious mistake of the entrepreneurs that they do not have proper strategic planning. Your slide 9 is continuing the mistake of the entrepreneurs. You are not making enough marketing effort towards selling your product or service. Next mistake could be you are going for uncontrolled growth. As you know, when growth happens, you must be able to control it. If you are not able to control it, then it is going to create several problems and at times become unmanageable. Poor location of the business, lack of inventory control. As you know, lot of capital is blocked in inventory in terms of you know people not having enough efforts for just in time or getting the inventory at the right time. Capital is blocked. Insurance cost of having more than necessary inventory, watch and ward, the inventory getting outdated and obsolete, so on and so forth. This becomes at times the reason for failure. And last but not the least, when people start business, at times they are unable to do or make transition from a 9 to 5 job to an entrepreneur. Remember that as an entrepreneur, you will be having more commitment towards the business. There is no limited time you will have to invest in your business because there is no time limit, etc. So remember all this. Uh, uh, you know, at times entrepreneurs have failed in business. Remember, failure is not the ultimate. You fail in a business and you give up. At times people fail and they learn from the mistakes. And when they start another venture, then normally they do not repeat those mistakes and learning from the previous failure make their business more agile and successful. So remember that failure is a natural part of creative process. Failures are simply stepping stones along with the path of business success. The secret to success is the ability to fail intelligently. Let me repeat. The secret to success is your ability to fail intelligently, learning why you failed so that you can avoid making the same mistakes again. And friends, your last slide for the chapter is that how could you avoid the pitfalls, the weaknesses, the reasons of failure of your business. Remember, number one, know your business in depth. You should be knowing in and out of your business, right? So that nobody could make fool out of you. Number two, prepare a business plan. I'm going to tell you again and again that failing to plan is planning to fail. You will have a full-fledged chapter on making a business plan. And as you know, 60% of your course grade is on making a business plan. As I have already told you, www.bplans.com has over 300 business plans and could be guiding you. Try to search the business idea which you had. Probably you might find a business plan there already, but help you to preparing your own business plan where you can incorporate the basically your ideas in that business plan. Thirdly, manage the financial resources. Always remember, the financial resources to a business will always be limited. No organization could claim to have unlimited financial resources. So try to make the optimal utilization of the financial resources. You must understand the financial statement. Remember, friends, in your business plan, you have to incorporate the financial statement. When I say financial statement, which I'm going to discuss in greater detail, it's nothing but your income statement or profit and loss account, the balance sheet of your business, which is nothing but the representation of your assets and liabilities on a particular date. Thirdly, the cash flow statement. So these are the three financial statements. You must be knowing how they are made. There is no rocket science learning and preparing that. We are giving you a template for all this. It's an Excel template. What you just need to do is, when you will be opening it, you will be able to understand what they talk about. You will be just filling the figures. Like, for example, in income statement, you will be filling the figures of the sales or revenue, all the expenses which are administrative, marketing, finance expenses, etc. Right? And you will be able to calculate profit or loss for your accounting period. Second statement, which is a balance sheet, we will be discussing that it contains the position of assets and liabilities on a particular date. How it is prepared, there is a template. I will be discussing in greater detail later how they are prepared, what do they mean, and you will be able to prepare it. Thirdly, the cash flow statement. As I told you, cash is backbone of a business. So preparing how you will be getting cash inflows and how you're going to spend money, that is your cash outflow, during one full accounting year. So you have to prepare for at least 1 year from January till December or whatever is your accounting period to understand the cash inflows and cash outflows. So these are the three financial statements you have to prepare in your business plan. So you need a proper understanding of your financial statement. Needless to mention, friends, while you're preparing your financial statement, you may not be expert in preparing that. Maybe you're not coming from business education background, but if you will try understanding, I'm sure you will be able to do it. But in case still that makes a challenge, in real life, you can always take help of accountants, those who could offer their consultancy services in helping you prepare the financial statement. Friend, it's the people in your business who will be helping you to run your business. So, needless to mention, get the right people for the right job and learn to manage people effectively. Set your business apart from the competition, bring innovation, try to distinguish your business from your competitors, and finally, keep in tune with yourself. This is the end of your first chapter. Hope this is setting the base for the further discussion. Thank you.